Well, my name is Jay and I'm the founder for SaberMach. And basically SaberMach does combat illuminated saber. Yep.
How long have you guys been doing this?
For me personally, it's been a long time. It's been more than 15 years. But for SaberMach itself, it started only in 2014. So it's been about 4 years or so.
Yes. 4 years?
Yep, that's right.
So 15 years, you say?
Yeah, more than 15 years definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's the direction that you guys are going from here?
Yeah, so for SaberMach, the reason why we started out in 2014 is because we wanted to come out with very good affordable sabers. We realized that in Singapore there wasn't any reputable saber companies that were making their products in Singapore. So we decided, with the skills that we have, we decided to make sabers that are more affordable, or at the same time, they are sabers that would allow most of the masses to have.
So what sets you guys apart from all the other saber makers out there, locally or?
Right. So a lot of times, we at SaberMach we talk a lot about the production. The one of the main features of it is actually what we call the SSP, or it's a term that SaberMach has coined, which means Saber Surface Protection. Now, if you realize in production, right, most of the sabers in many of the retailers or even many of the vendors, what they do is that they put their sabers on the CNC and they machine it. And once the saber comes out, that's basically what they have, untreated aluminum. But over here in SaberMach, one of the things that we can do is we can actually protect your saber from tarnishing and oxidizing over time. And one thing with the SSP is that it gives the saber a different kind of finishing as compared to a raw untreated aluminum body. So for example, the process of an SSP is extremely tedious. What we do is that once these are machined from our CNC, what they do is that we actually send it for high mirror polishing. It's so reflective that you can actually see your own reflection. So it's almost like a chromed saber. But having something like that means that it's very easily scratched. So what after that we do is that we actually send this for a second process called anodizing. Now, because of the polishing, there's a lot of grease and a lot of polishing compounds. So the tedious part is actually to wash it away, wash all the black stuff on the wax and stuff like that out of the hilt, and then after that you send it for anodizing, and then out of the process of anodizing you actually get a semi-reflective aluminum, and this is actually a final product of a typical SSP in clear anodizing. So you realize that there's no way you can scratch the saber. It also doesn't tarnish even if you have sweaty palms. You leave your sweat there for the next 2 months. You come back, you just use a cloth and wipe it off. It will be as good as as good as it is in brand new condition. So these are one of the things that SaberMach does differently from everyone else in the saber community. Yeah. So that's for the SSP. And of course, in terms of design wise, you realize that for SaberMach, we have a certain ergonomic design, a lot of the curves and stuff like that. So these are things that we do a little bit differently as well. Yep.
So your part most of is the SSP?
The SSP, the design, the fact that you have to design a saber that is suitable for all sort of duelists, because one saber may not fit, one saber design will not fit all kind of saber duelists, or even for someone who holds it, they want to feel that it's comfortable or not. So every one of these saber has a different function for that. In terms of whether you are using it for flourishing, which is twirling and swinging, or whether you are using it as more like a strike. There are different sabers cater for different duelists for that. Yeah.
So you mentioned duelists. The duelist means the ones fighting.
Duelists are the one who wields the saber. That means you can belong to a saber group where you use your saber and join a class, and they teach you how to do fencing, dueling, things like footwork, strikes and stuff like that. So it's more like an active activity. So in the US, there's a very popular one called the PSL, or the Saber Legion. They are the largest saber dueling group in America, and of course in Singapore we have two. One is of course the Fight Saber, as well as the Force Academy. Yep. Alright guys, so over here we have a very typical Master Series Combat Saber from SaberMach. This is a Master Series, which is the highest range saber that we offer in SaberMach. So what it does for the Master Series is that you can choose any of the different hilts from the premium range, and then it offers you 6 different sound banks or 6 different types of sound fonts that you can customize, as well as 16 different color profiles that you can choose from, with things like flash on clash and stuff like that. So without further ado, let me just activate the saber. So you have things like the blaster block, then you have blade lockup effect, flash on clash, and of course the color changing. So you can change up to 16 different colors for your sabers itself. So you have things like the swinging sound, they are really sensitive. And like I said, you can change the sound font. So let me just go ahead and... So this is another type of sound font. And then if you want the silent mode, at night if you want to play the saber, you don't want to wake up your family members, you can actually activate the silent mode. Yep, so you can have all your blaster block effect just without the sound.
So activation, everything, there's a button.
Yeah, it's just a button. So we have a AV switch over here, which is your main activation, and of course at the bottom, right at the bottom, there is a auxiliary switch, which is your secondary switch for all your blaster blocks and stuff like that. So to change the colors, all you have to do is to press both of them together simultaneously and let go. So that's how you just do it.
That's really bright, man.
Yeah, this is one of the brightest saber you can find on the market.
So when you say Masters, so why is it different from the other sabers?
Yeah, so this is the Master Series. This is, like I say, it has all the bells and the whistles on the saber. So think something like this, for example. This is actually your Expert Series. But of course this is the Cryotech, this is a cross guard. But the Expert Series comes as a configuration for all the different SaberMach sabers. So let me just activate the saber for you. So as you can see, there is no flash on clash. So when you upon contact, there is no flashing of light, there's shimmerings, but there's only one color profiles. So there is no blaster block as well. As you realize, there's no secondary button. So all you have is basic sound, and then with lights as well.
It's just on and off basically.
Yep, just on and off as well. So that is the Expert Series. Then of course, in between these two, we actually have what we call the Expert Flash, which is an Expert and then with a lightning. So I don't have a sample of it on a premium hilt, but what I can show you is it's actually on our Sports. Now this is a bit unique. If you realize the size of it, you look at the premium saber, they are more larger in size, and then the Sports here, this is actually one of our collaboration with TSA, one of the fighting schools in Singapore, one of the dueling clubs in Singapore. So when we went to them, they say that things like that, the premium sabers are too heavy for their use. So what we actually came up with was we went over to their class, and then we observed how they use their sabers. So one of the things they did was that they use a lot of one hand. So the saber has to be light enough for one hand, and then there's a lot of swinging as well. So the handle has to be extremely slim, because the slimmer the hilt, the easier it is on the wrist. So you realize that this is super light. This is like the lightest saber you probably can find on the market. And function wise, is an Expert Flash. So I'm going to activate it and show you what an Expert Flash is. So the expert flash is everything the expert is, except that upon contact, there's a flash on clash. So of course this is configured a little bit differently. With such a small saber, it's really difficult to get the saber to be loud. You know, the speaker and stuff like that. So it's a piece of engineering tech that we actually did on the internal chassis as well. So one of the things is also that the PSA wanted the sabers to be removable, because one of the classes that they have may take 2 to 3 hours, but per charge the lithium ion can only last you on a full charge maybe about 1.5 hours of playtime.
So you need at least 2 batteries?
2 batteries they can. Otherwise, like for the premium saber, it's actually the in-hilt charging. You actually have to use your charging cable to plug in, but then for the sports itself, you can't do that outside, and you can't wait for 4 hours before your saber is recharged. So that's why we have a reason for the sports itself. So yeah, so this is the sports saber. Yeah, so like I said, the clips are custom. So like these clips, they are customized for our use. You can't find this anywhere in the world because we actually designed and made this by ourselves. So they are designed to hold certain parts. For example, if you want to hold the battery, what we do is that you just hold it, and then it stays at where it wants to be. And of course, these are what we call swivel hands. So it can move to any position that you want. And after that, all you have to do is to tighten it, and it doesn't move in that. So it stays in that position. Many a times where you have the alligator clips, those clips, they kind of move around, or it doesn't stay at the position that you want it to. So for example, if I want to solder this, I can just quickly just remove this part, you know, and so everything else is, you know, it kind of holds it at the place that you want it to be. For example, something like that. So this is the prism board. This is the electronics that holds the Master Series. And of course we use the best, I mean not the best, but we use a reputable soldering station. This is a Hakko. So we use the Hakko. Yeah. This is the prism board. Yeah, this is the exact same board that you find in our Master Series. It's the Prism version 5.1. It comes from Plector Lab. They're made in the US. So all the wires, as you can see, they are braided as well. They are neat. This is for later on once we install onto the saber, then we will braid this as well. So most of the things
that makes it
neat. I mean anyone can do a saber, but to keep your wiring and your chassis clean, you kind of like have to put in a little more planning into your wires and how they come out and stuff like that. You realize this is what goes inside a SaberMach premium saber. So what we do is that this is going to go inside one of the chassis later on, all the wires come out, and then the battery is going to stay here. And then one of the things that we pride in SaberMach is that we do not use any sort of glue on our sabers. Everything is tight fitted, everything is screwed on. So these are individually.
Those are custom made by you guys also?
Yes, these are all cut by our laser cutter. Nice. So once they are cut, we kind of put it, and then we use our customized screws to tighten everything. And then it's a one solid chassis itself. And this board itself gets heated up very often. So once it's the way we design is that it's suspended in the middle. So there's a lot of space for the board to cool down after that. Because a lot of times, perhaps most of the saber makers that we know, they use a plastic piece and they just leave it on top. So sometimes heat gets trapped over there, and then it compromises the boards entirely. I mean, that's at least how we feel in terms of keeping the board longer. So this is basically what our chassis is like for SaberMach. this done. So we use this for our exhibition. For customers who, for example, there's too many customers and we don't have enough sample sabers for them to hold on to play with the Master Series. So this is what we leave at the exhibition. So you can actually activate the saber just from the outside.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so there are instructions, blade color change, saber locking, saber effect, blaster blocks, effect, and then the on-off button and then auxiliary switch. So you realize this is the on-off. So I'm going to just turn this on later on, and then this is like the secondary switch I talked about for the flash and flash. So if you take a look at the saber right now, from far. Yeah, so I'm going to turn on the saber.
Ah, so without touching you can...
Yeah, without touching the saber you can have blaster block, blade lock up effect. Then here has a tab here. This is for your flash on clamp. So you can have, and then you can have color changing as well. So basically they do like that, so the customer can actually take a look at the saber first before touching it as well. Yeah, okay, let's to the custom workshop. And as you see here, basically over here you can see our universal laser machine for cutting of our acrylic products and stuff like that. The milling machine, another milling machine, and then of course over here is actually our lathe machine as well for machining most of the main sabers. So yeah, so this is basically this is where all the custom sabers are made and all the slight modifications of our existing products uniquely. So yeah, so this is a very small space, but it's enough for what we are doing. Our buffing wheel as well, where we polish a lot of the acrylics. Yep. And of course this is the laser cutter, the universal laser cutter.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Then of course the computer for design work and stuff like that. These are the parts that goes inside the LED holder. So we're making a custom LED holder right now. Looks something like that. So we are going to be machining this on the lathe machine. And these are the screens that we use during our exhibition as well.
Screens?
Yeah, with
display screens?
Yeah, display screens. We just use it, we run it, stuff like that. Alright guys, so this is a quick look around of what SaberMach is all about. We are an actual company that's in Singapore that's manufacturing the sabers. All the SaberMach products are made in Singapore, manufactured by us. So once again, thank you for going through this whole entire tour with us, and I hope you have enjoyed the process of making one of your SaberMach products. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.